Today, I am driving this 2012 Boss 302, and I am so excited to get behind the wheel of one of these again, because if you didn't know, I used to own one. This was a Boss 302 was the first vehicle I ever bought for myself, so I consider that my first car. I had a 2012 Laguna Seca. This here is a 2012 Kona Blue regular 302. My friend Max, I've known him for about a year, met him when I bought my vehicle, and today we met up and I get to review this car. I am really excited to get back behind the wheel of one of these. Start off with the basics. You had a 5-liter V8, which was similar to the Cody engine with some slight changes. Principally, you have the Boss 302 intake. There were some internal adjustments that upgraded it, and in stock form, it made 444 horsepower and something like 380 pound-feet of torque. This one has been further modified with intake as a really cool exhaust, headers. So it's probably made a tune also. It's probably resulted in a 30 to 40 horsepower gain, so right around 480 in that range. 6-speed manual is the only transmission option, and when brand new, a regular Boss 302 was right around $40,000. Now, I mean, they've come down to they were holding values pretty well, but the GT350 has definitely influenced the values of these vehicles. You can get a very clean one for $30,000 to $35,000, that range right there. Get your pretty good regular 302. Some of the Laguna Secas, because they were much more limited production, are towards the higher end in price. From an exterior standpoint, Boss 302s are differentiated from regular Mustang GTs by the livery. So you got the hockey stick for the 2012. You had like the full C stripe on the side. It says Boss 302. Usually it's a contrast color, and this car is white. For the 2013 refresh, they changed it to more like the hockey stick design. This car has the white roof and the white hood, and the bigger spoiler. The Laguna Seca, like I had the full bigger aero kit, so the bigger spoiler and the front splitter. But pretty much when these one of these rolls by, you pretty much know it's not a regular Mustang. Now, it's not so different in terms of like a Shelby versus a regular Mustang, so underneath it's still like a Mustang architecture, but they made a lot of upgrades to make this thing track worthy. Interior, it's very Spartan basic. I mean, when I got the car, I remember it being just bare bones. It's just no screen here, just a basic time, and there's a CD player. The radio's all right, got a couple speakers. These Recaro seats are very comfortable. They hold you really well. I took the Boss 302 on a couple long trips, and I mean, it was really comfortable at the end of them. But at the end of the day, it's a 2012 Mustang GT, so a lot of plastic in there. You're not expecting insane amounts of luxury and leather. But again, this was more of the track-directed vehicle. One of the biggest complaints I had is the steering wheel. I mean, it's nice how it's covered in suede, Alcantara type of stuff, but right where you put your hands at 9 and 3 is just this expanse of hard, crappy plastic. And like, if your hands get a little bit sweaty, it becomes all slippery, and it's just not comfortable to feel, and it ergonomically was a horrible thing to do. Another one of my biggest complaints with the 302, and you really have to know about it going into buying one of these, or even just a regular Mustang GT of this generation, is if you get a manual, the MT82 was very problematic. I've covered that in depth in other discussions, but in short, one of the chief ways to get around fixing it is put a MGW short throw shifter in that helps bracket it all together. There are other solutions, like if you just Google it, there were issues. The National Highway Transportation Safety, NHTSA, was investigating potential safety issues because it would lock you out, it would grind. This one has the blowfish bracket, I think the fixed bushing, the first gen short throw shifter, and that fixes a lot of the stuff. Some clutch changes can help, and the way this thing shifts is way better. So how does the Boss 302 drive? Well, in a straight line, it's a lot of fun, especially when they sound like this one does. But the thing is, this wasn't built for purely being a straight line vehicle. If you wanted that, you should have gone for the GT500. This was really actually designed to lap race courses. If you look at the Laguna Seca edition, they pretty much designed it, hey, Laguna Seca, that's a track of corners in it. And for what the platform had with the solid rear axle still, it handled quite well. I mean, this thing is a ton of fun to drive around town, fun back roads, on a track. I loved it. I was originally going to buy a E92 M3, but then I went and drove a Boss 302. I'm like, holy crap, that was more fun. The sound, the engagement, the feel, I loved it. They handle quite well. They actually have adaptive suspension, but it's not what you think it is. It's not like crazy high tech. You go to the top of the shock towers, and then there's a little screw that you can rotate for settings 1 through 5 and adjust the rates. So I believe Max, the owner of this car, said he has them all set to 3 all around. 5 is the hardest. That's what I used to always driving around. So it rode like crap, but it handled really well. You can go all the way down to 1 for the springiest. I believe 2 all around is the factory setting, what Ford gives them with. If we talk about value, I mean, these are beginning to become a very, very good value. I would never buy a brand new Mustang GT over this. Sure, the interior is nicer, but they made it all soft and refined, and it doesn't even sound that good, and I don't really like the way that drives. This is raw and engaging, and I would totally spend my money on one of these again, especially Laguna Seca. These are a lot more rare. You go to, like, one of the big jokes when I used to have a 302 is you go to the car meets and Cars and Coffee and whatever, you'd see a lot of Mustang GTs, you'd see a lot of Camaros and stuff like that, you'd see a couple Shelby GT500s, and usually you would be one of the only people bringing a Boss 302 because there's so few of them. Limited production run, I believe it was total about 3,000 per year. The Laguna Secas were limited to 750. Each one has the number stamped on a little placard on the engine, which is really cool too. If I had mine still, I'd definitely mod it the way this is. American Racing long tube headers, some sort of catback exhaust that I'll link below because I forgot what it's exactly called, but it sounds unbelievable. Just the sound of this thing is addicting. Yes, this is no longer the brand new Mustang generation. These are getting older. I mean, they're almost 6 years old now, but they're still an amazing, amazing vehicle. I truly do really love this. Yes, I'm probably a little bit biased because I used to own one, but I'm going to rate this thing at a 95 because that is really, truly how much I love them. A lot of friends that I had drive these, they were really surprised. Like, holy crap, that was awesome for a Mustang. And that sound, oh my God. So in short, love the Boss 302. Go test drive one if you're looking for some sort of muscle car, a really fun weekend car, whatever. They're becoming a really great value. If you have any questions, let me know. Either message me on Instagram or comment below. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video because I really, really enjoyed making this video. Thanks for watching.